Hey everyone, I'm Cubastic. Today I have a new Rubik's Cube on my table, which is worthy of your attention, because this is the most expensive and the best model of the Rubik's Cube at the moment, made by Gen Company. And even the box looks gorgeous here. This is the Gen 11 M Pro. Let's go, let's unpack it and look at this cube in more detail. As I said, the box here is just amazing. It is so beautiful, magical. Naturally, everything is at a high level, and as always, this manufacturer gives you the feeling that you are not unpacking a cube, but some latest version of an iPhone. Recently there was an Apple presentation. It seems that it is a product from this presentation. Naturally, here we are greeted by a card that confirms that this cube is official, confirmed, and it has its own serial number. This is not some kind of a fake. And here are some links. Who are interested, you can check them. It says here, be sure to like this video. If someone doesn't know Chinese, it is written here, that's for sure. But the most interesting thing is here in the box. There are two more boxes in the box, guys. That's it, nothing else. Now we need to take a closer look at what exactly we have here. There is a cube in such a box. It is opened by pressing here and here at the same time, like this. Magic. One more time. It is so cool. That's awesome. And directly the cube itself. We will return to it later. In the meantime, I want to look at the contents of the additional box that was inside. And here too we have something new. I have not seen anything like this in the Gen kits before. Here we have another kind of box. In addition to it, there is a branded case that comes with almost every cube, by the way. If you buy this cube, it turns out that you will have a cover in order to carry the cube and such a box in order to protect it from any unpredictable situations. By the way, let's do a crash test of the covers, or cubes, or something. I want to smash it really bad, guys. Come on, write in the comments if you would like to see some crash tests on my channel and what should I break and how. Be sure to write it, maybe I'll record this kind of video. Cool idea, I think. Among other things, there's also a screwdriver. Wow, even the screwdriver is packed here. It has such a tip. Is that like for safety or so that it doesn't freeze while driving here from cold China? So, naturally tons of papers. What always amazes me is that the Gen instructions are that long, you may use them as a cover for something. This looks like a huge newspaper. There are algorithms for every taste here. It is necessary that at least one of these papers should not be thrown away, but really kept in order to be read. It will be my literature for the next few days. And some other manual that explains to us how the mechanism of this cube directly works, how do we need to use a screwdriver, what additional tools are there for setting, and how it is all done in general. But I'm too lazy to read it now, so we will check everything manually. Forgot to check this one. Oh, this looks interesting. Listen, this is cool. Wow, check it out. There are replacement parts for the central pieces. This one, most likely with a triangular tip, is so long. This is some kind of special key, thanks to which you can customize this cube. And these small things are some kind of magnets. So small. They are located in such a bolt. Here is a triangular tip. So Gen as usual surprises us with its technologies. Naturally, folks, you can find this Rubik's Cube and many others by the link in the description at the Cubicle store. This is the coolest online puzzle store ever. There is an impressive assortment of Rubik's Cubes to suit every taste and budget. Both the classic 3x3 and the giant 19x19. And also an excellent selection of accessories for speedcubers, mats, timers, additional materials for modifying the cube. A pleasant bonus from me personally will be discount with a special promo code Cubastic. Follow the link in the description and choose what you like. And now I'm really curious to know how this can be used to customize the cube. Before we start checking the inner part, let's take a closer look at how it looks from the outside. The first thing I really like is that it has super nice plastic. Simply amazing. By the way, because it is new just out of the box. Secondly, just take a look. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it has such a matte texture. It doesn't reflect light, doesn't shine, doesn't glare. And it is insanely pleasant to touch this material. It is a little bit scabrous. It's like saying to me, touch me again. I really like to touch it. And inside, as you can see, everything is made of this white primary plastic. I call it premium plastic. This suggests that the plastic is of the first use, and it is not recycled from any other materials. Also, it is more resistant to friction, more resistant to corrosion, scratches and everything else. First move with this cube. Oh, there are also magnets. Magnets that make sure all the sides are fixed. So, with a little unpleasant effort, I begin to turn one side. With effort, because the magnet doesn't allow me to turn it so easily. And after this effort, the side rotates really smoothly and is again fixed with the magnet after I make a turn of exactly 90 degrees. With the speed, you don't feel this resistance from the magnets that much, but it greatly increases your ability to control the cube. I clearly understand that each side, no matter how sloppy I turn the cube, will fall into the right place after each turn. This helps a lot with fast solvents. By the way, I'm already trying to solve it, but it's not so successful. By the way, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on all notifications. In one of the following videos I will show you a really interesting glass puzzle. Don't miss it. Now is the time to do a couple of quick ones. Okay. Go. $13.01, not bad. You know, I feel that I can control the rotation. This is exactly the kind of turn that suits me very much, to which I'm used to. Firstly, because I'm used to the cubes of this manufacturer, and secondly, I want to say that it really does feel the best of its kind. It is so pleasant to solve it, and I have a feeling that this cube seemed to be specially created for me. It turns out to be so comfortable to rotate, so pleasant colors, so pleasant sensations, and in general everything is going really smoothly, much better than I usually have with my solvents. Not bad. Oh, how is that possible? I don't make any effort at all and solve the cube faster than my average time. I really like this cube already. I have a feeling that the more expensive the Rubik's Cube, the faster it rotates in your hands. By the way, this is exactly what I'm feeling right now. I said that I have a complete feeling that this cube was created just for me, but we can customize it. Because inside there is an interesting system for adjusting the stiffness of the springs, adjusting the rotation. There's a double setting on each center, so this blue nut inside is transparent, as you can see. It's right here. And most likely we need this transparent key just for this part. Let's try. Yes, this is how it should look more or less, but the only thing I do not quite understand is what I can expect from the rotation of this nut. It's like going up and down sharply, so it definitely has a fixed position in one of the modes. We also have a duplicate dark blue one. Naturally, it has slightly different ranges with different settings, so you need to check it out thoroughly in order to understand exactly what kind of tension you want to have. So the transparent nut rises and falls through these small steps. It works thanks to this key, and we can fine-tune each of the sides to an identical position. It looks pretty interesting. And now the funniest part. As for the magnets, you see, they are not visible here, and usually the magnets used in GAN's cubes are seen and are right outside, we can always notice them. But here, at every corner, there is such a small, barely noticeable switch, by which we can change the force of attraction of the magnets. For example, we will move all the magnets on this side to the left. As you can see, they are now all on the left, and I'll tell you. Now, as you can see, they became weaker, because when I rotate the cube from both sides, here it is fixed, because the magnets are stronger, but here they are a little weaker, but you can still feel such a stopper at each turnover. Now let's try to put everything to the right. By the way, this screwdriver is most likely needed for that. But now it is fixated a bit stronger, see? Now the side doesn't turn, because the magnets have become more powerful and are attracted to each other more. But here it seems that they've become weaker. Let's return everything to the middle position so that all the magnets on the cube are the same. But I'm interested in something else. We have already figured out what these things are used for, but what are these 6 pieces for? I haven't figured it out yet. 6. No, 8. I thought wrong. There are 8 of them. There are exactly 8 edges in this cube. I don't see more logical matches. This means that the edges with magnets can be fixed to the central cross. If this is so, that's just crazy. Let's try to disassemble the cube and see if it is so. In order to do it, we remove the dark blue nut, release a spring here, which by the way has a really cool structure. Look, it seems to consist of 2 cylinders with a spring between them. So cool. And we should remove the upper edge, turning it so that this stopper goes into the hole. And yes, folks, I was absolutely right. Look at this beauty. Just take a look. Here, inside the cross, there are such additional things with magnets. And these additional details are connected to them. This means that the magnets are located not on the flat side of each edge, but they are here. And using these fixators, we can raise or lower the magnet. Now it is in the upper position, and now it is in the lower position. Great! As you can see, these elements still stick together, which means there are some magnets, but they are not as powerful as ordinary ones, meaning that they are simply used as additional guides, and the main detent and the main fixator are these 4 magnets. So, damn, this is brilliant! It turns out that GAN reduced the number of magnets that fixed the position of the site to 16 pieces in one cube. Now count how many magnets there are in this standard cube, considering that there are 2 of them on each edge and there are 3 of them on each corner. Write it in the comments, my little mathematicians. I have seen enough of this cube from the inside, I want to put it back together. Oh, and here it fixed itself really cool. And by the way, it seems to me that it can be solved without the central elements. Damn, let's do it for fun, it's so cool! Yeah, I'll have to figure out how they work when I put them back in. So, attention, attention! People, right now I have released the last nut that fixed this Rubik's Cube and held all the elements together. And now this whole mechanism is kept solely by magnets. Just take a look, and the coolest thing is that you can turn it almost fearlessly. Well, almost fearlessly. I'm worried a little, that's clear, because I'm still afraid to ruin it. But nevertheless, for the sake of content and for the sake of proof it is so magnetic. Well, not so, but magnetic. I ruined it, now I have to put it back. Oh, look what the cross piece looks like. This Rubik's Cube is held mainly by magnets. It seems to me that there will be a time when cubes will rotate exclusively on magnets, there won't be any nuts and anything else. Oh, I should patent it. While I have a disassembled cube, I decided to compare it with the previous model, and in principle and form they are similar, but the blocker itself, this fixator itself, it's absolutely different. They just recreated the cube as if nothing existed before. And here, unlike previous versions, all the edges and in general all the internal elements are made of premium plastic, therefore it's more expensive. And check this corner. As you can see, here the magnets are on the flat side, and here it's just made specifically for the magnet to be inside. What an interesting solution, really cool, and it seems to me that in a year or two every manufacturer will make a cube with such mechanism. I remind you that this video is sponsored by the Cubicle.com store. And then there's just an opportunity to customize it. You can tighten it a little harder by making 2 clicks to the left. 1, 2. 1, 2. So, and now it turns the way I want it. Amazing. Guys, what I'll tell you, I don't know about you, but I'm surprised at how far cubic construction has gone. And what's more cool is that there are now not only ordinary cubes of this class and such level, there are also smart Rubik's cubes which are stuffed with a lot of electronics, smart devices, accessories for puzzles. And this whole ecosystem make it possible to compete, train and just solve the Rubik's cube with great pleasure and super technologically, as it is usual in the 21st century. Now let's have a couple of solvents at the end. Well, that was Cubastic. Bye everyone and have a good time. Subscribe to the channel and become a Speedcuber. So there was something interesting here. Saved to purse, can you imagine?